Just keep your eyes on me.
This is our God.
Yeah.
This is life in him. I mean,
Yeah.
this is our story. This is the story that you get to enter into.
Mm-hmm.
I stayed behind so you could get us a boat.
I won't be in your way for long.
Have faith, Simon.
Faith isn't my problem. I think I was a mistake. Even God makes them, right? Go.
Vámonos.
I see what they're doing.
Yeah, right? Yeah. It's a little context to the moment, but we'll see.
It's been a little hard dealing with the Peter Eden story since it's not in the Bible. But they're clearly using that to make the walking on water that much more dramatic.
Right.
You know?
Right.
So, I get it. I'm a little slow, but I get it.
I'm just glad to see Atticus eating again.
Ever eating Atticus.
We freeze framed on him taking a bite.
Better off wet and cold on land than drowned and dead out here. John, keep running! What are you doing? Did anybody just see that? Over there! I don't see anything! What are we looking for? Go!
Can you imagine? What? You think he can see it?
I don't know.
No, maybe not.
We have to get up here! Everyone go!
I like that shot.
Go! Faster! Let's go! Nobody move! Simon, what? I said everybody stop! Stop! Hey, stop! Nobody move! That's not a ghost! Are you crazy?
Yeah.
What? That's cool.
I like that.
Don't be afraid! It's me! Jesus! Oh, good!
Just now imagine you've never heard this story in your life, right?
All right.
And just put yourselves in their shoes and you just like,
You cannot
What?
imagine it.
even if you saw him feed the 5,000, I still think it's like, I don't know. Like, but walking on water, like, I don't know. I guess all of it, you're just like, what Mahama? Like, what in the world? So awesome. And the storm god, you know, is Baal.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
You know?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And here we have him walking on water, and then he's going to calm the water. And he's just like, no, I'm in charge of the whole earth and the storms and the sea. And then in Hebrew, the word for sea is yam. And then Ugaritic, like yam is this god. It's this. So he's like defeating Yam, and he's defeating Baal, and he's showing his power.
Yeah.
That he's the all-powerful, almighty king of the universe. Just like he prayed in the bread multiplication, king of the universe.
Yeah.
Sovereign, powerful. So fun.
I don't care who you are. You need to see this scene. Like, just this scene. Like, and then read this passage. You know, it's like, this is the God we serve. This is the Messiah. This is the King of Kings.
Right.
There's no one like him.
Yeah.
There is no one like him. I'm getting saved.
Yeah. Water walker.
Oof. Okay, I gotta keep going.
How is this the second most incredible thing I've seen today?
He did not just say that.
This surprises you? Did you learn nothing from today? If it is you, command me to come to you on the water. Simon, no! Are you out of your mind? If you are who you say you are, bid me to step out of this boat. You have the faith to walk on this water? Absolutely. You can do whatever you command. And if you command the water to hold me, I will walk on it. If I call you to me, you will step out in faith? Yes! Then why are you upset? Why are you chasing after Gentiles when your own people have problems right here? When your own person has problems? I've been right here in front of you, believing in you, but you're breaking up fights in the Decapolis? Then come to me, you weary and heavy laden. I will give you rest. Simon, no. Don't be foolish, Simon. Simon, wait. Simon, no, Simon. Simon, Simon, where are you going? Where are you going, Simon? Stop. Simon, where are you going? Simon.
Yeah. This is a nice mix.
Do you still have faith? Faith hasn't been my problem. I gave up everything to follow you. But you're healing thousands of strangers.
Blessed are you, Lord our God, King of the universe,
Yeah.
who gives and takes away.
Blessed be the name of the Lord.
Why do you think I allow trials? I don't know! They prove the genuineness of your faith. They strengthen you. This is strengthening you. And Eden. Keep your eyes on me.
Who comforts us in our grief and binds up the wounds of the brokenhearted.
Sam, what do you think was Peter's wrestle as he has the faith to step out and then he starts looking around? Like, what was he going through? Because obviously the Chosen is taking a lot of liberties here in the
Right.
story of Peter and Eden.
Sure. So you're saying, reading the text,
Yeah.
what do you think's going on in the passage?
He got out of the boat.
Yeah, he got out of the boat.
He got out of the boat.
Right.
He had the idea to get out of the boat.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't Yeshua calling
know.
to him. He was like, hey, if it's you,
Right.
call me to you.
Right.
Right.
Just
And he
that
says,
part right there,
"Come on."
let's give him props for that. I mean,
It's
they're
huge.
They're adding all this other stuff, but like he got out of the boat.
I love the biblical character, Simon. I love him. Like, the transformation that you see in his life over the course from beginning of the Gospels through the book of Acts, it's incredible.
Mm-hmm.
And so,
This has to be a marking moment for him.
but he has a wild ride in the Gospels.
It's true.
From walking on water to saying, I'll die with you, to denying him 3 times, to coming back, to being anointed to preach the gospel on the day of Pentecost, to thousands of people. Like,
Right.
Yeshua marked him, and he became this,
And to being martyred even.
he became this pillar of faith unto
Yeah.
death.
Yeah.
Even so much so that he didn't want to be crucified in the same way as his Messiah.
Right.
You know, it's like, that's unfathomable. Like,
Right.
to me, it's like, it blows my mind. So, the wrestle, I don't know. It's, are you who you say you are?
Yeah.
mean, I would assume that would be the biggest question is, yeah, okay, I'm seeing, I'm hearing, and now I'm walking on water. Oh my gosh, there's a lot going on right now. Oh shoot, I'm going down.
Yeah.
But then Yeshua saves him.
Right. Yeah, in the end, he saves.
Yeah. He restores.
Keep your eyes on him.
Which is kind of Peter's story.
Mm-hmm.
He saves him, restores him multiple times.
Right.
So, yeah, I don't know.
Well, it says in Hebrews that fix your eyes on Yeshua, the author and perfecter of your faith.
Yeah.
And that's where, here, when he takes his eyes off Yeshua, that it gets into some issues.
Right. It becomes problematic. Because you start, I mean, and like, the basic principle that if you grew up in church, you heard this, where it's like, if you start looking at the storms around you, it's going to take you down. So keep your eyes on Yeshua.
Right.
I mean, that's like basic level principle.
But it's a very good visual here. I mean, in some sense, the whole world is a storm.
Yeah.
Our whole life is just us in this boat.
Yep.
And this is what it's really like.
Yeah.
It's principalities and powers and evil and, and yet here's this God man walking on water. If we'll look out and see him and step out of the boat, man.
And really trust him.
Mourns with us for the life that could not be.
Lord, send me! I'm sinking!
In the shadow of your wings, do we take refuge?
Help me, please!
It's amazing to pull somebody up out of the water
Onto the top of the water. I was wondering, did he carry him back or what?
Oh, you of little faith. Why did you doubt? Don't let me go. I have much planned for you, Simon. Including hard things. Just keep your eyes on me. I promise. Come on, help me. Help. Please. Please. Don't let me go, please. I'm sorry. Don't let me go, please. I'm sorry, please don't let me. Peace! Be still!
That's always convenient. Man. It just reminds me of how, like, life in Messiah is miraculous. It's supernatural.
Yeah.
And this is the story of Israel.
Yes.
This is the story from Genesis to Revelation.
Right.
It's the story of God in search of man and God dramatically showing up, you know, like
for sure.
Parting the Red Sea and fire by night and cloud by day and manna from heaven and fiery chariots, going to heaven and,
Yeah.
calming the storm, walking on water, like life from the dead, the blind see, the deaf hear. I mean, this is our God.
Yeah.
This is life in him. I mean,
Yeah.
this is our story. This is the story that you get to enter into when you give your life
Yes.
to this man,
This is the miracle man. Yeah.
to this God man.
Yeah.
It's and it's like our soul is like longing for the miraculous. It's longing for the spiritual and the supernatural. It's like starving without it.
Yep.
And he's like, I have, a drink that if you'll take it, you'll never thirst again.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and that's the opportunity in the kingdom, is that you come to him and everything changes. And in our context, it doesn't mean that things are going to be easy, right? But he still works miracles today. And it happens from little things to massive things. And like you're saying, like we need him. We need his work in our lives, because without it, it's just sorrow, death, shame.
And he
guilt.
shows up. He does show up.
He shows up.
Like that's our testimony.
All the time.
Like he has shown up.
He shows up so much that it's like we almost like don't even realize it sometimes.
Right.
That's why I'm saying the small things and the big things.
Like
So
I like to say we're living revival.
yeah.
It's like we see so many miracles. We see so many people healed, so much deliverance. It's like
All the time.
it's just we're living revival. And to me it's available now
And to anyone.
to anyone.
Yeah.
I'm here. I'm always here. I let people go hungry, but I feed them.
That's such a big one. He says he doesn't promise that we won't go through trials and tribulations. In fact, Paul says it's through much suffering that we enter the kingdom of God. But what he promises is that I will never leave you.
Yes.
I'll never forsake you. He says it in the Great Commission too, like, I will be with you always, even to the end of the age. It's like, Adonai Tzevaot Imanu. The Lord of hosts is with us. And if the Lord is with you, you can go through anything.
Yep.
I want to invite you to come to our biblical tour and cruise of Greece and Turkey. We're going to follow in the footsteps of Paul the Apostle and John the Revelator. We're actually going to take a 2-day cruise, and we're going to go to the Greek islands, including Patmos, where John had his amazing encounter with God, and he wrote the book of Revelation. Then we're going to also go to Greece and follow in Paul's footsteps. We're going to go to the different biblical cities of the epistles, including the Corinthians, the Ephesians, the Philippians, and the Thessalonians. We're going to go to ancient synagogues and ancient churches and ancient monasteries and so much more. You don't want to miss it. Please go to grafted.family/tours, and you can sign up. You can see the full itinerary, and please sign up soon because the first payment is due April 15th. So join me on my biblical tour to Greece and Turkey. If you like our videos, please help us spread a biblical Messianic worldview by donating to Grafted.